Hi guys, welcome to Strength the Universe. Today we look at a comparison between the two-time runner-up and four-time winner of the Classic Physique Mr. Olympia Chris Bumstead, who made his competitive debut at 19 years old and won his IFBB Pro card 2 years later. Chris stands 6 foot 1 inches tall and competes at a body weight around 107 kilograms or 235 pounds. And he's up against the king Ronnie Coleman, who competed in his first pro competition in 1995 and won the first of his Mr. Olympia titles 3 years later. He would go on to win a record equalling 8 titles, and at his peak stood 5 foot 11 inches tall and stood on stage at a body weight of 135 kilograms or 297 pounds. We start a comparison with the seated overhead press, where we find Ronnie is using 73 kg or 160 pound dumbbells, compared to Chris, who's pressing 64 kg or 140 pound weights, but note that Chris is using a much greater range of motion. Although Ronnie presses a 14% heavier weight, after considering that Chris completed 50% more unassisted repetitions with a greater range of motion, I felt a draw was the fairest result, but please let me know what you think in the comments below. Next we look at the athlete's performance in the deadlift, on which Chris has this personal record of 7 plates aside for 3 repetitions, compared to Ronnie's infamous 363 kilograms or 800 pound pull for a double. Despite the fact that Chris achieves an additional repetition, it's not enough to beat Ronnie's use of an 18.5% heavier weight. We follow the deadlift with the bench press, in which Chris has this personal record of 184 kilograms or 405 pounds for 2 repetitions from earlier in his career, which compares to Ronnie's personal record of 227 kilograms or 500 pounds for 5 repetitions. While I believe that Chris would now be capable of more repetitions than is shown here, Ronnie's use of a 23% heavier weight gives him a comfortable victory. The fourth comparison is a bent over row, on which Ronnie has this personal record of 225 kilograms or 495 pounds for 8 repetitions, compared to Chris, who's pulling 166 kilograms or 365 pounds with arguably better form. Although Chris achieves 3 more repetitions, it's not enough to overturn Ronnie's use of a 35.5% heavier weight, and thus Ronnie takes the win. The penultimate comparison is the incline dumbbell press, where we find Ronnie is using 91 kg or 200 pound dumbbells, compared to the best that I could find for Chris, that was his use of 68 kg or 150 pound dumbbells, with a slightly better range of motion. Ronnie takes another victory due to his use of 33% heavier weights, that despite Chris achieving significantly more repetitions, calculates to be a higher total working output. The final lift is a hack squat, on which Ronnie has the machine loaded with 327 kilograms or 720 pounds, compared to Chris, who's using 367 kilograms or 810 pounds. Ronnie has the advantage of knee wraps, while Chris is only using knee sleeves, and demonstrates the better range of motion. Although I've given the win to Chris due to his use of a 12.5% heavier weight in only knee sleeves and better depth, it should be noted that due to the variations in equipment from different manufacturers, this result shouldn't be taken as a matter of fact. That brings us towards the end of the video, but after considering the 60+ pounds difference in body weight that separates the athletes, please leave a comment below letting me know what you think of the results and whose physique you prefer. I have left credits along with social media links in the description, so please check those out and give them a follow. And finally, if you enjoyed the video, please help to support my channel by smashing like, sharing the video, and if you haven't done so already, by subscribing. Thank you.